If you are a mid-career researcher feeling stuck because of grant rejections, paper frustrations, or just relentless productivity demands, if you are sometimes demotivated or you don't see clearly your goals and fight leadership issues, I am definitely talking to you. Today, I want to talk about a topic that silently drains many scientists' energy and focus. These are conflicts inside your lab or department, and specifically taking sides in those situations. More often than not, jumping into these disputes leads nowhere good, especially when you don't fully understand the situation or aren't able to act on it. So, why is it so common? Why is it harmful? And also, what should you do instead to protect your career and your sanity? Let's dive in. And in the end, I will tell you one sure strategy that helps in such situations every single time. Labs and research groups, like any workplace, experience conflicts, different opinions, competition for resources, personality clashes, or just disputes over authorships, for example. So as scientists, you value for sure data and logic, but emotions and politics inevitably enter these dynamics as well. And very few people are capable of staying objective when tensions run high. If you're like many of the scientists I coach, you might feel tempted to pick a side, to defend a colleague, or express frustration about another, hoping it will sort of create a clarity or bring justice. But here's the thing, unless you have a full context and influence, taking sides often backfires. First off, it erodes trust among team members and leaders. Second one, it can isolate you further from collaborators and decision makers. And the third one, it distracts your time and mental energy from what really matters: your research, great science, and of course, your personal growth and your career growth. So many scientists I've worked with felt disillusioned or burned out partially because of these ongoing tensions they felt sort of powerless to resolve. And since academic careers depend on relationships built on trust and reputation, missteps here can really stall funding opportunities, getting the results, or even leadership roles opportunities. So, interestingly, this idea of neutrality and objectivity even echoed throughout leaders outside academia. For example, recently, Stephen Bartlett, the host of the Diary of a CEO podcast, he talked about the power of staying neutral and not taking sides. And I really agree with him that sometimes people who act like that can feel lonely. I know I do. But then again, intellectuals, including scientists, should strive for a position of neutrality, I think, or at least observing situation from multiple perspectives without jumping to conclusions or just aligning with factions prematurely, I think. So this stance sort of fosters intuition and clear thinking and truth seeking, which are essential for science for sure, but also for navigating complex and sometimes divisive environments we face today. So let's be clear, information about disputes is often incomplete or biased, whether about funding allocations, lab leadership, equipment use, or authorship of papers or any other similar stuff. And what you hear might not be the only one side of the story. Jumping in without knowing the full facts or without the ability to influence outcomes can really, first off, damage your credibility as a mature and wise leader in training, right? Second one, lead to being seen as divisive or politically motivated, which are labels that sort of hurt your collaboration chances, right? And the third one, also, it builds silent barriers to your funding applications, networking, or even mentorship, which is really not the outcomes you are sort of after. So, if taking sides is not the answer, what is? Here's the evidence-based strategies to protect yourself and building long-term resilience. I've tried them all, I use them all. I'm not saying you and I should be perfect and react perfectly every single time, but at least I think having this list in mind and try to use it as often as you can really be helpful. So, first off, practice neutral curiosity and active listening. Learn that before forming opinions, seek to understand the perspectives of all involved without judgment. Ask questions like, what's your view on this? Or what challenges are we missing here? This can really build your emotional intelligence, which is a key leadership skill in managing groups, of course, even groups of scientists. Second off, focus on building trustful, supportive relationships. Rather than endorsing a faction, focus on being a reliable colleague who supports others' growth. So, leaders who ask, how can I help you, genuinely foster collaboration and reduce conflicts. The third one, pick your battles strategically. So invest your energy where you can create impact. Can you really improve, for example, lab processes? Can you mentor a junior researcher struggling with frustration? So don't waste energy debating issues you cannot really influence. Don't expect to change other people. Focus on upgrading yourself, building resilience, and genuine understanding of different sides. The fourth one, develop your emotional resilience and leadership mindset. Academia is full of setbacks, from repeated grant and paper rejections to hidden politics and administrative burdens. So, strengthening your resilience through coaching techniques designed for scientists is really, really a good idea. Deliberately learn to uncover your unconscious fears or prepare for burnout and disillusionment. So, build skills in stress management, build skills in strategic communication, and for sure, resourceful problem solving. The fifth one, engage in a supportive scientific community. Isolation fuels conflict and anxiety, so join groups. For example, Spark Knowledge is a group where mid career researchers share validated solutions. We celebrate wins, we cultivate motivation without judgment. But it's not the only group for sure. There are many, many groups and people who can help you. So get help. Find coaches or neutral people who can help you navigate challenges and lift you up when you need it the most. My mission is to help scientists like you step out of the frustration cycles and build careers aligned with your passion and values. I help scientists examine their unique challenges and develop strategies that fit their science, of course, and also career goals, and also that fit their unique style and strengths they have. I know how to help because I've been there, from guiding several doctoral students and teaching university courses to experiencing the highs and the lows of funding and publication. I do it all, so I understand the challenges. And I still work in this field every day, so I fight and I win. What makes my heart sing the most is seeing scientists spark hope after a session with me, seeing capable researchers regain trust in themselves, manage their challenges, and win. So, whether you're struggling with balancing writing productivity, for example, or with networking, or with overcoming rejections, or with improving leadership skills, or with fighting imposter syndrome, fighting feelings of inadequacy, learning to automate and avoid bureaucracy, for example, or just prevent burnout. Solutions are there, they exist. So you should just go and find them. So if your lab politics or conflicts are weighing you down, make the wise choice. Step back, build allies through trust, and invest in your leadership growth rather than taking sides. To get practical tools, email me, join my groups, or find books, or get coaching sessions. And together we'll unlock your potential so you stop surviving and start thriving in science. Thank you for investing time in yourself today. And remember, leading in science means acting strategically, kindly, and with resilience. See you in the next one.